What's your gamer tag and what's the story behind it?
My name is Commandapanda, and it was just an old Xbox Live gamer tag that a friend actually came up with many years ago, and it just stuck with me. So,
How did you start playing fighting games?
I think as a kid, my uncle first started off with Street Fighter 2, and I just played that, and then over the years they would just have fighting games around, and I would just play it, and I just ended up loving it so much because it was very nostalgic and very fun to play.
What's your earliest memory? So you mentioned Street Fighter 2. Is that your earliest memory of playing fighting games?
Yeah, so I think I was like 2 or 3, and I remember specifically going up to my uncle's room. It was like an upstairs, and actually sitting down to hold the controller at that very young age. So that was my very first memory of playing a video game, and it was Street Fighter 2.
Do you have a favorite fighting game?
My favorite fighting game of all time is probably Dead or Alive 5.
Why that one?
It was the first fighting game that I took seriously and competitively. So I went out to locals, attended tournaments, and it just holds a very special place in my heart.
What was the moment that you decided to compete?
I was just at home and playing online, and I wanted to see if there was an offline meetup that I could go to, and then there was a tournament. So I decided to join that, and once I joined that, I connected with people, and the rest is history. I kept attending and playing games.
So how was that first experience? How did you feel? Did you have any nerves? How did the community treat you?
Yeah, I mean, I was treated well, very welcoming within the community. I'm sure I was nervous at that first time because it's a new environment, but overall it was a great experience.
What advice would you give to folks thinking about competing but are kind of on the fence?
I think not to be scared, and if you're slightly interested in it, I think you should take the dive to give it a shot, because I think you could make a lot of connections and improve in your game that I think whoever is on that fence will enjoy their time doing it.
Controller. What kind of controller do you use?
I use an arcade stick, just a standard lever and buttons. The first one I have is a Obsidian Pearl, and then I have a makeshift Prime from IST Mall.
So why stick? Because I know there's leverless, there's pad. Why stick?
I used to play on pad when I first started out playing games, but then I wanted to try something different, and ever since I started with stick, I just kept with it, and it's become very comfortable to use. So I never went back to pad after that.
So, I mean, I've seen your improvement. I think everyone that has been in the scene has seen your improvement. What advice would you give to folks that are trying to get serious about fighting games?
If you're trying to get serious in fighting games, I think you need to realize that it's a lot of time you need to get put into it. But within that time that you put in, you need to try to make it fun for yourself. Because if you're just doing it just to do it and you're not enjoying your time, I think you won't improve as much because you're not enjoying the time you're spending doing all the little things, and eventually you'll get tired and drop the game eventually. So I think just finding ways to enjoy yourself while improving is a great way to keep yourself locked in to improving.
Who's your main?
I main Jack 8 in Tekken.
Why did you pick him?
I think over the years in fighting games, I've tended to gravitate towards the larger and grappler style characters over time. It wasn't like that originally, but I didn't know who to really stick with in Tekken 8 when it first came out. I started off with June initially, But as I was going through the roster, I tried out Jack. Thought he was very fun. He was very simple to use and easy to learn. And once I started, I never looked back. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to other Jacks about how to get good with their main? Secret tech you want to spill out?
Yeah. I would suggest to get comfortable with using his full crouch strings, because his full crouch game is very good. So there's a lot of strings that he can go into and use within the match that I think people will have trouble with.
How can folks follow you?
I really don't use like X or Instagram for like my gamer tag, but I'm available on Discord if anyone would want to like hit me up for some games or just want to speak on Jack stuff. I can be reached at Commandapanda on Discord.
Lastly, why are fighting games special to you?
I think one, I like the one-on-one aspect of it. It's solely on me to do the best that I can, and even though it's a one-on-one aspect, you still make connections with a lot of people over time, and those connections really stick with you throughout the months, the years that you're in the game.